It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And away we go in Glendale. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field, been hyper productive statistically, kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
And he's going to go out of bounds, looks a little short of the 35.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage too.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Herbert with a blitz coming. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Herbert again. Finds McConkey. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Chargers will have a first. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. So here come the Cardinals now as they get sent for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, man, he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the 19, Higgins makes the catch. And he'll get it up to the 27. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Connor on the inside give. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by Deion Henley. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
He's on the move. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers take over after forcing the 1st turnover of this ball game.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And his defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Zaven Collins in on the tackle.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
To the air, 3rd and long. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Chargers, eager to get some points on the board. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted! Sean Murphy bunting into pick it off.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And as they take the field, Bronk, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular,
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
He's calling his own number again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. And it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down. You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Murray. Able to get it to Benson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and 4 coming up now. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative in the best.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals take the lead just before halftime. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Matt Prater for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Prater on to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He stopped on the return at the 27. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. While New Year's parties get set up nationwide this afternoon, we're closer to ringing in the holiday ourselves. That's halftime here on New Year's Eve. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a solid first half for the always dangerous Kyler Murray. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Ball at the 33 for first down. Running to start this drive with Connor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Kyler throwing here. Harrison secures this left side. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. It's Connor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Back to throw, Murray. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Facing 4th down now, the Cardinals turn to Matt Prater for the field goal. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. McManus sends it through. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Now Prater on to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent, but in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Zaven Collins in on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Herbert from the gun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Sean Murphy bunting in to pick it off.
You know that quarterback is out in Denver now, Kate, Russell Wilson. He loves to say the separation is in the preparation. And when you're facing a DB that is all over the ball and now adding a second interception to his ledger today, you know this guy was prepared, did his homework, and he's gone on this field today, and he has been a difference maker.
The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Now it's Connor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
So as the clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. The Cardinals have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Right back to Connor. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Going with Connor here. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson on a slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 now from the 30. On the give, this is Connor. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running this with Connor. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Connor, running left. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a James Conner touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Prater on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals take a 3-possession lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. Deep shot doesn't quite work out, so that's an incomplete pass.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Connor here from the gun. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's the give to Connor. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.